Hi everybody, welcome to this intermediate yoga flow. We're going to begin by lying down on your mat. So go ahead and get comfortable and get those legs as wide as the mat. Let the feet splay out to the sides, face those palms up towards the sky. And if you want to get a bolster underneath your knees, or if you want a block as your pillow, go ahead and do that. And then you're going to go ahead and do this big belly breathing. So go ahead and fill up your belly, fill up your chest, hold that inhale, hold it, and then open your mouth, exhale, letting go of all of that breath, allowing new prana to enter as you do the same thing again, filling up your belly, filling up your chest, holding, and then exhale, letting go. Good. And then we're going to go ahead and do that again. Filling up your belly, holding, filling up your chest, letting that new prana, that life force energy stay in your body, and then exhale, releasing all of that air back out. Now at the bottom of this breath, you're just going to let your breath return to normal, to that natural ebb and flow of your inhale and your exhale. And you're going to close those eyes down if they're not already closed. Looking up at that space in between your eyebrows, your third eye. And you're looking up, noticing any colors or patterns that float by. And you're going to do a quick body scan before we begin our practice. So bringing that awareness to the very top of your head, to the very crown of your head, feeling the sensations at the top of your head and noticing how you feel, and then moving down to your face and your jaw, moving that awareness to the shoulders and the neck, and then taking that awareness to the chest, to the ribs, to the belly, all the way down to those hips, the hip sockets, the hip joints, working your way down to the thighs and the hamstrings, the quads, and then down to your knees, noticing how your knees are feeling. Again, without judgment, just bringing that body awareness to your practice. And then moving that awareness to the shins and the calves, all the way to the ankles and the feet. Just noticing now overall how you're feeling in your body physically, using that knowledge throughout your practice. And then go ahead and check in with your mind and your emotions. How are you feeling today? How are you? Taking the time to ask yourself this question, because maybe you don't usually ask yourself this, or maybe you don't usually check in. But it's always good to have that brief moment with yourself. And then go ahead and begin to bring awareness back into your body by wiggling the fingers and the toes. Maybe doing some circles with the wrist and the ankles here, small circles, and then go the opposite direction. Just lubricating those joints before we start to move. You can take a big stretch, getting those arms over your head, clasping the hands together. And then bring those hands all the way back down to the mat before you start to bring those knees into your chest. Wrapping those arms around the legs, begin to rock from side to side, giving yourself a big hug. And then go ahead and let both of those knees slowly fall over to the left side. So stacking the knees, stacking the ankles, and getting those arms out wide. You're trying to get those shoulder blades to touch the mat, but you're not forcing them down. And if it feels good on your neck, you can look over that right shoulder. So noticing how this feels in this gentle supine twist. Getting a nice gentle twist in that spine, opening your heart up to the sky, feeling that gentle stretch. And then go ahead and inhale those knees back to center and let them fall over to the right side this time. So you can get those arms out, extending them out to the sides, and then maybe you want to look over the left shoulder this time, noticing how this feels. And throughout your practice, only doing things that feel good for your body. So if anything hurts, find another variation, find a modification, or just simply get out of the pose and prepare for the next pose. Taking care of your body and listening to yourself is always your number one priority here in yoga. So once you have done that, go ahead and bring that left arm over the right arm and then slowly push yourself up so that we can get into a seated position. So figuring out what that means for you. Maybe you want to sit on your bolster, maybe you want to cross those legs, or you can come to a half lotus, tucking that left foot into the right thigh. Let's go ahead and flip the palms up, finding Jhana Mudra, sealing the thumb and index finger together. We're going to Om 3 times to begin class. So let's inhale here. Taking a deep breath in, filling up. Open your mouth, exhale. Audibly, like you're fogging up a glass in front of your face. Now flip those palms, holding onto the knees. Let's engage our bandhas. So Mula Bandha, the bathroom muscle, you're pulling up on that pelvic floor. And then Uddiyana Bandha, you're pulling that belly button into the spine, like you're sucking in your belly, but you're engaging the core. And now you're switching to that Ujjayi breath. Close the mouth down and make sure you can hear your exhale. Keep doing that. This is how you'll breathe throughout our practice today. On your next inhale, open up your chest towards the sky, getting those shoulders behind you, trying to get the shoulder blades together. And as you exhale, round the spine, tucking the chin to the chest. Inhale, come forward, open up that belly, look up towards the sky. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, round your spine. Keep doing this. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, rounding, tucking the belly button into the spine. And just notice how you really fill up with air, with prana as you come forward. And as you exhale, you release all of that air, really contracting with the core. And move however feels natural here for you. Keep this movement, but if you want to be intuitive and move a little bit side to side, this practice is for you, so keep listening to your own body. Next, let's get those arms out to the sides, just hovering above the mat. Go ahead and inhale here, and as you exhale, drop that right ear to the right shoulder. Very slowly, feeling the release in the left side of your neck. Inhale here, dropping that left ear to the left shoulder this time, feeling the release in the right side of your neck this time. Releasing any tension that you've held in your shoulders. We're going to do the other side, so inhale and exhale, slowly lower to the right side. Again, feeling that release. And then inhale, let's go one more time, dropping that left ear to the left shoulder. Enjoying this opening. And next, you're going to go ahead and lift that left arm up towards the sky, reaching over the right side of your body, keeping both sitting bones down. Maybe you're looking up towards the sky underneath that arm, or you can look down, noticing how it feels on your neck, but keeping those sitting bones down. And then if it feels good, you can lower that left arm over the front so that you are forward folding over that right knee. Inhale the left arm back up. Exhale, come all the way up. Lifting that right arm, let's inhale. Exhale, walk those left fingertips out, reaching over the left side of your body. Breathing here. Once again, notice how your neck feels. I start to look down here because looking up doesn't feel as good. And then you're going to go ahead and fold forward, lowering your chest over the left knee this time. Breathing, feeling that stretch in the lower left side of your back. Inhale back up. Exhale, let that right arm bring you all the way up. Bringing both hands up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Letting those arms fall wherever they fall. You can walk them a little bit closer into your body or a little bit further away. Feeling this forward fold, breathing here. And then slowly walking those hands back in towards your body. Let's inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands through center. Good. And now we're slowly going to transition to all fours. So go ahead and get those shoulders over the wrist, hips over the knees, tucking those toes into the mat. You're going to inhale, drop your belly, look up towards the sky. Good. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin towards the chest. Inhale, come forward, looking up towards the sky. You might have some hair in your face. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the belly button into the spine, chin to the chest. Keep doing this. Again, you can move with your own breath here. You can move a little bit more intuitively. So as you can see, I'm starting to move in a way that feels more natural to me. Getting a little bit into my ribs, into my hips. Just move and use Svedhyaya, self-study here. So keep moving on your own, once again, using that breath, using that intuition. Next exhale, you're going to push back into a child's pose. So you're going to get those big toes to touch. You're going to send the hips over your heels, and you're going to walk those arms out in front of you. Good. Exhaling here, inhale, come forward for a cobra. So getting those thighs down. And then as you exhale, sending the hips back, getting those big toes together for child's pose. So keep doing this. Inhale, come forward, get the tops of the feet on the mat. Exhale, send the hips back over those heels, bringing the forehead down. Inhale, come forward, stretching the front belly, stretching the thighs, looking up. Exhale, pulling the belly in, lowering the forehead down, stretching those shoulders. Good. Inhale, come through. Exhale, child's pose. On this next one, you're going to hold your child's pose a little bit longer, breathing here. Using this as a resting pose. Using that Ujjayi breath. And then you're going to transition to down dog. So you're going to send the hips up towards the sky, and you're going to keep the knees bent at first, keeping the spine straight, and then start to walk out your dog. So bending one leg at a time, straightening the other. Keep moving like this. Once it feels good on your body, you can straighten both legs at the same time. Moving from side to side, getting into those hips a little bit. Once again, you can move more intuitively here in this pose. So noticing how this feels, waking up those hamstrings, and then walk those hands in towards the feet, forward folding, holding onto opposite elbows, and rocking from side to side. Slowly come up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale the fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale the hands through center. Good. Let's all walk our way to the top of the mat and prepare for some vinyasa. So inhale the fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, small back bend, engaging the glutes, and folding forward. Inhale, halfway lengthen, fingertips on the shins or the mat in front of you. Exhale, stepping back into plank. So for this first one, you can do the modification of coming down to your knees for that chaturanga, and then you can come to cobra instead of up dog. So this option is available through the whole practice if that feels better for you. And then you're going to push back to down dog. Once again, you can pedal those feet if you're still wanting a little bit of that deeper stretch. We're going to walk our feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold back down. Inhale, chair pose. So you're gonna sit down, but you're gonna lift those arms up towards the sky. Breathing here. You're gonna inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, small back bend. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Folding down. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, step back to plank. This time you can take that full chaturanga if you'd like to. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, pushing back to down dog. Good. Breathing here and just noticing how this down dog feels. Let's bring that left foot up towards the sky. Inhale here, keeping the hips squared, and then opening up that hip, letting that foot fall. And now you're gonna do big circles here. So working into that hip joint, you're gonna do big circles with that knee, noticing how this feels, and then going the opposite direction, doing circles the other way. Inhale that foot back up, squaring the hips, and then bring the left foot to the hands. Now keeping the right hand down on the mat, let's lift the left arm up towards the sky. Inhale here, twisting. Bringing the left hand back down. Let's bring the right foot up to the feet and the hands, and then step that left foot back. Keeping the left hand down, let's lift the right hand up towards the sky. Getting a twist on the other side. Breathing here, exhaling that right hand down. Good. Exhale, forward fold with both feet at the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen, halfway. Exhale, fold. Sitting into chair, let's bring those hands up towards the sky. Breathing, pulling the belly button into the spine. Really using that core. And then on your next inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, back bend. Again, using those glutes to protect the back. Inhale. And then exhale, fold it down. Forward folding. Inhale, lengthening. Pulling that belly button into the spine. Use those bandhas. Exhale, fold. And let's step back to plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, full chaturanga, or you can come down to the knees. Cobra or up dog. And let's push back to down dog. Good. Breathing here. Using that breath. Using this down dog as a resting pose. Let's bring the right foot up towards the sky this time. Three-legged dog. Opening up that hip. Getting that foot towards the glute. Breathing here. And once again, we're going to do those big circles. So keep moving that hip around. Noticing how this feels on this side. And then we're going to go the opposite direction. So now you're going to see how it feels going the other way. Once again, this is a socket joint, so moving in big circles is always a good way to move your hips. Let's get the right foot to the hands. This time we're going to come up to a crescent lunge, so stay on the ball of that left foot and find that balance. Breathing here. Let's bring the right hand back, left hand forward for a twist. Looking back towards that back hand. Bringing both hands up, inhale. Exhale, bring it back down. Same thing as before. Let's step that left foot forward, step the right foot back this time. And once again, finding that balance, which can be tricky in crescent lunge, so give yourself a little bit of grace. Breathe here. And this time we are going to go ahead and twist, sending the left arm back, right hand forward. Looking back at that left hand, getting a balancing challenge here. Good. Use that ujjayi breath. You want to hear your exhale. Inhale the hands up. Ooh, you might fall over. That's okay. Exhale the hands down on either side of the left foot. Let's step the left foot back for plank. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And of course, let's exhale back into down dog. Breathing here and using this time for rest. Good. Let's inhale the left leg up towards the sky for three-legged dog. Open up that hip. Breathing here. Inhale that foot back up, squaring those hips. Good. And then bringing that knee to the left elbow. Inhaling back up. Exhale, bringing the knee to the opposite elbow, holding. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose, holding. And of course, inhale that foot back up. Breathing here. Let's get that left foot to the hands. And this time we're going to come into warrior two. Good. So lunging into the left leg, getting those arms out to the sides, looking over that left middle finger. Let's flip the palm up. Inhale. Exhale, start to send the back arm to the back leg, reaching that left arm over your head. Reaching, and getting that stretch in the left side body this time. Good. You can look up towards the sky or you can look down at the back foot. So again, notice what feels good for you. On your next exhale, you're going to come back to warrior two, breathing here for one breath. And then on your next exhale, you're going to hinge at the elbow, getting that forearm to the left thigh, reaching the right arm over your head for extended side angle. Good. This time getting that stretch in the right side body. You're breathing, you're lunging. And then you can do big circles here with that top arm if this feels good on your shoulder and if you don't have any shoulder injuries. Otherwise, you can keep that arm up. Good. Breathing here. Maybe you want to go the opposite direction. Same thing as the hip before. You want to get into this shoulder joint because it is a socket and moves in a circular motion. And so you want to work on that joint. Good. Exhale back to warrior two. Staying here for a breath and then cartwheeling both hands down. And then stepping that left leg back for plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And then fully exhale for down dog. Great job. Let's go ahead and lift the right foot this time. Inhale. And as you exhale, hinge at the knee, opening up that hip once again, trying to get that foot towards the right glute. Good. Looking under that arm up towards the sky. Inhale that right foot back up, square the hips, and then exhale, bring the right knee to the right elbow, holding, engaging the core. Inhale that foot up. Exhale, bring that knee to the opposite elbow, holding. Inhale back up. Exhale, bring that knee to the nose, holding. Good. Inhale the foot up one more time. And then exhale, bring that right foot to the hands. Spinning into warrior two, lunging with the knee over the ankle. Dropping those shoulders down from the ears and looking over that right hand. Good. Inhale, flip the right palm up. Exhale, send the left palm to the back leg. Reaching the right arm over your head. Feeling that stretch in the right side body. Looking down at the left foot or looking up towards the sky. Inhale, coming back to warrior two. Full exhale, inhale here. And then hinge at the elbow, reach the right arm over your head. Good, breathing here. Then you're doing those big circles with the arms if this is in your practice and if you don't have any shoulder injuries. Again, noticing how this feels on that shoulder joint. And then going the opposite direction, so going in a big circle the other way. Noticing if it feels any different, and then coming back to warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel those hands down on either side of the right foot, stepping that right foot back, getting on the heel of both of your feet. And then exhale, chaturanga. You can come down to your knees. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And then exhale, pushing back to down dog. Breathing here. Good. Using that ujjayi breath. Now we're lifting the left leg up for three-legged dog on the other side, bending at the knee, getting the left knee to the left wrist and that left ankle to the right wrist. Now you can always use a block here, placing the block underneath that left hip to support that hip for pigeon pose, or you can come all the way down to the mat. Getting those fingertips on the mat, let's lift the chest, looking up towards the sky. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, start to walk the hands forward, lowering the chest over the knees. You can use your block here as well to bring the floor a little bit closer and to rest your head on the block, or you can bring your head all the way down to the floor. Resting here and feeling that stretch in the outer left hip. And then you're slowly going to begin to walk those hands back in, lifting yourself back up. You can begin to lift that right foot and then reaching back with the right hand. You can hold onto that foot, getting a nice quad stretch. If this feels good, you can take another variation, tucking the foot into the inner elbow, lifting that right hand up towards the sky. And then maybe you want to reach over with the left hand to find the right. Breathing here. This is your King Pigeon pose. Releasing whatever variation you're in, letting the foot come all the way back down. And now you're going to put your weight onto that left hip as you swing the right leg forward. Good. Getting that right leg extended in front of you, getting the left foot into the inner thigh. Reach the hands up and fold forward over that right leg. Good. Breathing here. And hold on to wherever you can here. So if you're holding onto your ankles, your shins, your calves, your feet, you can also use a strap here, getting the strap on the bottom of the feet and making this a little bit more accessible as well. Breathing here in Savasana and then coming all the way back up. Let's cross the legs and step back to plank. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra, and exhale, down dog. And now breathing in your down dog, we're going to do the other side. So let's lift that right foot up into the air, three-legged dog, swinging that leg all the way down, getting the right knee to the right wrist, right ankle to the left wrist. And again, you can always use that block underneath the right hip this time. Good. Inhaling here, lifting the chest, fingertips on the mat, and then start to exhale, walking the hands forward, lowering that chest down over the right leg. Breathing here. Using that breath to feel that stretch in the outer right hip. And simply surrender into this pose, allowing your breath and your body to do all the work for you and release any of that tension while getting a nice deep stretch on this side. And now allow yourself to come back up, inhaling and walking those hands forward. Let's go ahead and lift that left foot in towards the glute, reaching back with that left hand, feeling that nice stretch in the front quad. And then maybe you're taking that next variation of getting the foot into that elbow crease, reaching that left hand up towards the sky. Inhale, and then maybe on the next breath, you're bringing that right hand up over your head to find your left hand for King Pigeon. Breathing here. In whatever variation you're in, you're feeling that quad stretch. Inhale, and as you exhale, release that foot back down. Getting onto that right hip, let's swing the left foot forward, extending the leg, and getting the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Good. Squaring those hips. Inhale, lift the arms up, and exhale, fold that chest over the left leg. Savasana, getting that nice hamstring stretch, flexing that left foot, and letting the hands fall once again wherever they fall. And now for anyone using that strap, you're going to place the strap on the bottom of that left foot and use this to hold on to with both hands so that you can get slightly deeper into this forward fold over that left leg. Breathing here. You can always inhale, lifting up halfway, and exhale, fold yourself back down, going even deeper than before. Breathing here. And then when you're ready, come all the way back up, releasing that strap. Let's get both legs straight this time, grounding those sitting bones into the mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold the chest over both legs this time for Paschimottanasana. Again, you can place that strap on the bottom of the feet, or you can hold onto your feet, your ankles, your calves, your shins. Whatever is most comfortable for you and whatever feels the best on your body. Breathing here. Inhale, come all the way back up, releasing the strap. Let's go ahead and make our way all the way down to the mat. So getting the feet flat and lowering your back down. Make sure you have that block nearby and then get those feet hip width apart or wider. Getting the heels close enough that you can touch them with your fingertips. And then press the feet and hands into the mat and begin to lift the hips up towards the sky. Using the glutes just enough to protect the lower back. This is more about getting a nice back bend. And now you have variations. You can get those shoulders underneath you, clasping the hands together. You can take supported bridge, getting that block underneath the lower back, which feels amazing. Or you can just keep a classic bridge, pressing the hands into the mat. Breathing here and feeling all of the benefits of moving your spine in that opposite direction from all of our previous forward folds. Taking your last inhale here, and then as you exhale, you can begin to come out of this back bend, releasing the block or getting those arms out from underneath you, lowering your tailbone slowly all the way down to the mat, and then getting the knees to touch. Feet are mat width apart. And then begin to move the knees from side to side for windshield wipers, keeping that spine in a nice neutral pose. Going side to side, and then lift both legs up into the air for candle pose. Extending both legs up towards the sky. You're going to inhale, pointing your toes up towards the sky. Exhale, flex the toes towards your face. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex those feet. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. One more. Inhale, point. And exhale, flex. Good. You're going to start to do small circles in the air with both of your feet, massaging that lower back, that spine. And then go the opposite direction, noticing how this feels. Bringing those legs back to center now. You're going to start to separate those feet. You're going to bend the knees, bringing the knees in towards the chest, and then hold onto the insides of the feet, rocking side to side in happy baby. And I'm showing another variation here of happy baby if you want to use that strap, if holding onto the feet is not accessible. That's okay. You can always get a strap and just place it on the bottom of your feet once again, rocking side to side. Good. And then this pose is really great because you can move a little bit more intuitively here with how your body's feeling. So you can straighten one leg at a time. You can straighten both legs. You can always come back to a candle pose. Just simply move in the way that feels natural for you. Breathing here. And then get those feet back together, knees apart, coming down for Supta Baddha Konasana. You can have those hands gently placed on top of your thighs or reach those arms over your head, holding onto opposite elbows. Breathing here. This is a nice heart opener, and it's gently opening up the inner hips. And now taking those arms to the outside of the legs, let's close the knees together like a book. And then you can roll over to the side if you'd like to get any props for your Savasana. Otherwise, you can just start to lay down flat on the mat, getting those legs as wide as the mat, feet splayed out to the sides, palms facing up towards the sky. So getting comfortable here. And then you're going to fill up that belly. You're going to fill up that chest. Inhale, holding. Open your mouth, exhale. And at the bottom of that breath, you're going to do the same thing again. Inhale, filling up, holding that inhale. And then open your mouth, exhale. Good. Letting your breath return simply back to normal now. You're going to feel that ebb and flow of your inhale and your exhale, that natural breath. That breath that carries you throughout your whole day, your whole life. Closing those eyes down, looking up at that third eye, that space in between your eyebrows, your sixth chakra and place of intuition, visualization, and manifestation. You're looking up, noticing the shadows, the colors that float by. You notice your thoughts without giving them any energy. You simply let them float away, dropping more and more into this moment, into the awareness of your breath, the awareness of the sensations around you in the room, quieting your mind, quieting any thoughts, and allowing yourself to go deeper into that space that exists within you. And now begin to bring that awareness back to your breath, taking a big belly breath in and holding your inhale. Exhale, releasing, exhaling. Doing that again, fill up your belly, fill up your chest, hold that inhale. And then exhale, letting go of anything that's no longer serving you. Bringing that awareness back to your body, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, and maybe gently rock your head from side to side. And then when you're ready, you can bring those knees into your chest, wrapping those arms around the legs and rocking from side to side. Thanking yourself for showing up for your practice, thanking your body for showing up for you every single day. And then let both knees fall to either side here, soaking up the goodness of your practice, letting this feeling carry you until you can practice again. Come all the way back up, finding a sitting position, whatever's most comfortable for you. You can sit on your bolster, cross the legs, take a half lotus. But you're coming back up to that seated position here. And then you're going to flip those palms up towards the sky for Jhana Mudra, sealing the thumb and index finger together. Good. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath in here. Exhaling, letting go of all of that air. Inhale those arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, bring those hands through center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and I am so excited for our next practice. Until then, I'm wishing you all the love and light. Namaste.